Did you know? Ocarina of Time 3D had the possibility of not happening. After the game was being shown off at E3 2010, Shigeru Miyamoto said that it was just a tech demo, but it may well be developed into a full release at a later date. However, Nintendo of America confirmed that the demo will be made into a full release on its Twitter soon afterwards. Ocarina of Time Master Quest initially started development under the title of Zelda as an expansion for Ocarina of Time being made for Nintendo 64 DD. Shigeru Miyamoto announced that the expansion was going to include new areas, items, subquests, and enemies, as well as adding rearranged dungeons from the original game in new locations in the overworld. Another new feature that was planned was an expanded mask trading sequence, with the ability to create custom masks using the Game Boy camera and the Mario Artist Talent Studio. Miyamoto also stated the possibility of adding content that was cut from Ocarina of Time due to the game shifting from the 64 DD to the 64. Another expansion pack was announced, Zelda Gaiden, which will later become Majora's Mask. Several concepts intended for Zelda was eventually used in Majora's Mask, such as the expanded mask system. Since the Nintendo 64 DD bombed in Japan, most of Nintendo's planned titles for the 64 DD, including Zelda, was never released. However, Miyamoto insisted that the game would continue development, and in August 2000, it indicated that Zelda had been completed for some time. Despite this, Nintendo could not decide on how to release the game, finally settling as a pre-order bonus for The Wind Waker. Within the Zelda games, there are a multitude of secrets and references hidden in its adventures. In Skyward Sword, the sickly Thunder Dragon Lannaru gives Link the tag of LD Link number 16 in accordance with the ancient robots that he lives with. But this number 16 is a direct reference to Skyward Sword being the 16th game in the series. In Twilight Princess, in the final battle against Ganondorf, there is a glitch in where you can wave the fishing rod around his face, in which he will stop and target the lure. This will leave him open for an insane amount of time, giving players the ability to defeat him rather easily. In Skyward Sword, a similar scenario happens where if you wave the butterfly net in front of Demise, he will also stare mindlessly at the net. However, he will come to his senses very quickly if you put the net away and doesn't give you the opportunity to strike, unlike Ganondorf in Twilight Princess. Also, in Skyward Sword, whenever Link descends into a dungeon, this is a direct reference to the very first Legend of Zelda game, as Link would descend downstairs ominously whenever going into a cave or a dungeon. Did you know? The entire ending cinematic in The Wind Waker, starting from Link and Tetra being picked up by the pirate ship to the very end of the epilogue cutscene, is a pre-written FMV, which stands for full motion video, as opposed to other cutscenes which are usually rendered in real time. This marks the first time a pre-rendered FMV has been used in a Zelda game. This cutscene was most likely pre-rendered in order to properly implement the transition between the cutscene and the credits. Remnant text files of the non-FMV ending still exists in the game data. Also, there are two interesting first times in Majora's Mask. This game marks the first time in a Zelda game in which you can control a character other than Link, with that being Kaifei. The other being the first time where Link can actually kill an NPC, with that being Sakan the thief, where if you hit the bomb bag he stole with an arrow, it will cause his explosive demise. Hey, as a last tidbit, did you know the Master Sword shares many similarities with Excalibur from Arthurian legend? The Master Sword can only be pulled from its pedestal by the chosen hero. In that respect, by some accounts, Excalibur is also referred to as the Sword in the Stone, where it can only be pulled out by the rightful sovereign of Great Britain. Both are heroic blades, and in some versions of Ocarina of Time, the Master Sword is even named Excalibur. Hey, that's all for today. But don't forget to subscribe to HMK on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to Did You Know Gaming for more fun facts and all things gaming. And hey, if you're a huge Zelda nut like I am, don't forget to check out my top 10 Legend of Zelda characters video. And also, don't forget to check out my Legend of Zelda retrospective, which was brought about in part by Real Otaku Gamer. I will have these both linked in the video right here, and don't forget to check out my previous Did You Know Gaming on Legend of Zelda. The link is in the comment section below. So, until next time, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.